So this is why I never get anything done in life. No sooner had we stepped out the bloody door to start trying to level up this to make foundations for the forthcoming greenhouse, and it starts pissing down. So we're abandoning ship after getting all of one corner fixed, level. But it's really annoying to do because this ground, once you've got the topsoil off, it's just rubble underneath. So before I put a stake in to hold a corner, I have to make a hole with an iron bar. But yeah, who can be arsed with this in this weather? I'm going to call it a day till the rain stops. There we go. I decided to widen it a wee bit because the original hole was just about the right measurements for the greenhouse that we've been given, which is very strange measurements indeed, as I shall tell you in a minute if I consult my wee notebook here. Why is it 10 times as hard to do one-handed? Right. The measurements we got given for the greenhouse are 2,538 by 1,918 millimeters. Don't know why they couldn't make it a precise amount, but anyway. Originally this area, when I cleared it, I left about, I think about probably 5 centimeters extra along the outside, but because we've got this layer of stones here, which I uncovered when we started clearing it, which have kind of got to stay there, because I mean they'll make a part foundation on that side with a bit of levelling off with concrete on top. So kind of the original plan was to put it over here further, but then when I started clearing here, I uncovered first this, which I thought was a staircase going down. I think it's just a bit more buttressing on that wall there. And then when I started clearing further forward, I found these flat stones, which I'm not sure how far they extend that way or that way. So that kind of pushed us out to, well, there, the edge of that one. And if we come this way a bit, I don't know much is showing on camera here, let me swivel you around and point. So, a couple of summers ago we built this enclosure here, where the missus can grow things without rabbits attacking them. And this area here is kind of a path where people walk through. It's not like an official footpath or anything, but it is where people walk through, so we don't want to block that up, which was why the original plan for the greenhouse was it was going to be further that way, up against the wall there. But having those stones in the way has kind of pushed it out this way, and then originally I went to where we got the boards, where we were originally coming out there, which just about gave room to squeeze it in, but thinking about it I thought you just need a bit more reserve space just in case, because the chances are this isn't perfectly aligned in a square anyway. Okay, enough. I'll catch you later for more fun and frolics in the mud. Right, it's the next day after last night when I widened this hole, and remeasuring, I think I've gone a bit too far, because the width of the greenhouse is 1918, and if I zoom you down here to look at the tape measure, where we had the first board was just about the exact width of the greenhouse. So I wanted to make it a bit wider so it wasn't teetering right on the edge, but I've probably gone a bit too wide here, but that's okay. We dig this anyway. So what we're going to do today is take this outside board out probably about half the width of that new bit, and then put bits in on either end. Lengthwise, we're just about 10 centimetres longer than the width of the greenhouse. Sorry, longer than the length of it. So we might have to take a wee noggin off lengthwise to make that a bit longer. Then build a frame, fill it with rubble, make some cement, all live happily ever after. So I'll put it on time-lapse mode and we can see the fun and the frolics. By the way, it's actually sunny. Mazza's making faces at me because I told her to shut up because I was about to record. It's actually sunny today, so I don't know, I just felt like I'd share that with you. Right, on with the show. Well, in a fine break with tradition, as you can hear, it started pissing down, so that's end of play for today. We've repaired to the holly tunnel to shelter for a bit. I'll stick you out the door so you can see where we got up to. So we've got all the corners marked out, and you probably saw us doing the diagonals, and it's all square, well not square, perpendicular enough to within a centimetre or two on the diagonals. And we've got the two outside corners done, so the tricky bit next is getting the two inside corners done, which are going to have to be somehow manoeuvred around those stones. But that's it for today. Rain stopped play as usual.